everyone, this is James of Welsh Gaming News. Going to be doing a review of Destiny, but we're just going to do a quick tour of the reef. This is Petra. This is where you're going to get all the story missions from. As well as that, you're going to get a couple of bounties as well. I believe they're weekly bounties. I haven't come across many of them yet. But the first mission, simple one, is just giving you a tour of the reef. We're coming up to Varix now. He's the one that does the Prison of Elders. Now we go straight to the new. There's another cryptarch up here. It's pretty much like the tower. You got a cryptarch, you got a vault, you got a bounty board, and things like that. And there's a main one that comes down here. Is the Disciple of Osiris. This is where you go to do the Trials of Osiris, which gives you little extra modifiers just in case you do struggle along the way. Now, I will be doing a review from this. Now, I'll be going via story missions. I will be doing commentaries with the Prison of Elders and the latest Strike mission, but I will be doing little snippets of clips during this review telling you what they are like. But we're going to kick off with the first story mission. Is the Hunt for Skolas, which takes place on Venus. But there's the extra bounties. Other than that, I hope you enjoy this review, and let's just get started. Okay, everyone, now in the first mission, you're actually hunting for Skolas. It'll start you off on a heavy pike where you have to take down this fallen walker. This does take some time to beat. As you probably know, a walker always does take time. Eventually, you'll come up to find Skolas, which does basically chase me mission, where you continue shooting down and he continually disappears off into the distance. You don't actually kill him in this mission, but you just keep following him, taking out droves and droves fallen enemies along the way. Eventually, you'll climb up to the end where you fight a horde of more fallen enemies along the way, therefore ending the mission. So the first mission, you're basically just hunting down Skolas on Venus, eventually getting up to a horde of enemies, and that's where the mission ends once you've defeated all the enemies. Alright, the second mission is a quick one. You just get the bounty off Petra. You collect the ship links from killing fallen vandals. You get 4 ship links per vandal. However, if you want to be quick about it, you can just pick up a chest where you'll get 25 in each. As soon as you get to 100, that's pretty much it. You go straight back, collect the bounty, and then on to the third mission. The third mission puts you back on the Cosmodrome. You gotta hunt a Silent Fang. It involves you clearing mines along the way and sensors so you don't get blown up. It eventually ends you at the start of where you start first the game in full, where you gotta take down these Silent Fangs. Now they are invisible captains. My advice would be to take everyone out along the way before you actually take on the captains, because they can move around quite. Once you've done this, then straight on to the fourth mission. Now in this mission, guys, you lose signal with Petra. It means you have to take out 3 wolf servitors. Once you've done that, you get connection back, but then you travel through the Rocky Yard to take down 3 wolf barons, as you can see here. Once you've taken all 3 wolf barons down, after taking out all the hordes of enemies, that will complete this mission, and we'll move on to mission 5. Now people, the 5th mission is probably my favourite mission of the DLC. It's where you actually enter the Vault of Glass as the Fallen are trying to control the Vex. Now you should go straight into the Vault of Glass as normal. For people who have played the raid, you go to the part where you have to fight and destroy 6 oracles. Now as you can see, I'm quickly coming down here. I eventually get to a point where, here we go. And here we go, we got the 6 oracles, pretty much the same as the Vault of Glass. I like what they've done here, because with the latest stats, not many people have actually done this raid, so it's good that it gives the players who haven't done the raid a chance to come in and see what it's all about. Now all you have to do on here is destroy all 6 oracles, as you can see here. Like I said, hopefully this will encourage people who haven't done this raid to do it, because I still find it bags of fun. Now they've got the new weapon upgrades in, it makes it even more worthwhile to do it, so you can pick up the Mythoclast and things like that, and you can upgrade it to the current level. But as you can see, I am destroying all the oracles. There is a time limit to these oracles, like with the original raids, so make sure you take them out one by one as quickly as possible. And once you've done that, you take down all the fallen after that. But this is probably one of the best missions of the DLC. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this one too. You could basically call it the Vault of Glass Fallen Edition. But once you've done that and have defeated all these, then we move on to the final story mission. Okay people, this is the final mission where you face off against Skolas. You basically raid the Citadel, go to the top of the tower, and you end with this nice little neat puzzle where these platforms just keep reappearing, and you basically have to get to the other side. So this reminds you of I believe stage 4 of the Vault of Glass, with the same platforms there. But all you have to do is just get to the other side, and then once you've done that, as you can see once you get to that, you got to destroy these gates in order for Skolas to appear. Now I believe there's 3 or even 4 of them, but then once they've killed, Skolas finally reappears, as you can see here, and there he turns up. And once you just got to defeat Skolas all the way to the end. Once he's defeated, the Queen then captures him and takes him in, and that is the end of the story missions. Now we'll move on to the strike for this game. In this strike, you take on the Shadow Thief known as Tanix the Scarred. Basically, you just fight him as you go through. You get sidetracked on the way by a fallen walker, of course, but once you keep following him, taking damage along the way, you eventually end up in the final arena aiming to take him down. Now I kind of cocked up a bit here because I end up going into the menus, but ignore that. But this is the latest strike. I'm not sure with the PS4, I don't know if they've got a extra strike because this is the Xbox One version, but this strike has been done, and now we'll move on to the Prison of Elders, their endgame content. And this is the endgame content, people. This is the Prison of Elders, a 3-man horde mode with a little twist. You basically have 5 rounds of 3 waves apiece. Majority of the waves is killing enemies as you go along. You do get extra challenges during these waves as well, whereas you either have to defuse certain mines or kill certain targeted enemies. And this keeps going all the way up until round 4. And when you hit the final round in the 5th round, you face a boss, either a Hive boss, a Cabal, a Vex, or even a Fallen boss. As in my case, I faced off against the Wretched Knight, Dark Blade of the Hive, as you can see. And once you've defeated that, if you've picked up one of the keys from the Wolves public events that are around the planets, you can actually open the chest at the very end, which could give you some exotic gear or some legendary gear as well, or even an etheric light which helps you upgrade your weapons and armor. Okay guys, my apologies for not having any Trials of Osiris footage, as I haven't really had the time to play it. I do have a bit of knowledge about what it is, so I'm going to explain it to you now. Now, the Trials of Osiris is a 3 versus 3 elimination event in the Crucible. 2 teams of 3 players, each battle with no respawns. Your team wins a round if the entire enemy team is dead. Win 5 rounds and you actually win the match. So it's like skirmish as well, you can resurrect your teammates during the round. Now the main NPC, as you probably saw earlier in the video, is Brother Vance. Trials Passage is a scorecard that tracks the matches you've won and lost during the week. 3 losses and you must restart your Trials Passage. So even if you got up to 8 wins and say 2 losses and you lost your next match, you would start all over again. More wins on your scorecard, the better rewards you can claim. At the moment, the game mode is only available on the weekends from Friday through to Tuesday, so to the reset time. Trials of Osiris does take on a different map each week. Passage of Osiris requires the players to form pre-made teams of 3 to participate. The matchmaking will find enemies but not friends. Your team will be paired with opponents based on connectivity, not gear or skill level. Now it's similar to the Iron Banner rather. Level and gear advantages are enabled in Trials of Osiris. Now, by participating in this, players can earn unique weapons, armor, emblem shaders, Sparrow, and other rewards with random drops and purchase from Brother Vance. Gear available from Brother Vance rotates every week. Armor requires 5 wins on your Trials Passage, and weapon requires 7. Now, to enter the Trials of Osiris, players need to visit Brother Vance to obtain the Trials Passage. Trials Passage is a scorecard that tracks your current wins and losses. Players can keep playing as long as they keep winning. As soon as a player loses 3 times, they need to restart their Trials Passage. The best reward, flawless victory, can be claimed after winning 9 matches straight, so that's 9 wins, no defeats. If you do quit a match, it'll automatically count as a loss. You can participate though in this as many times as you want during the time period. Now the objective of the Trials of Osiris, as I've stated, eliminate the enemy team to win the round, no respawns when the players die, and you win 5 rounds to win the match. As I said, you can resurrect your dead teammates. After 2 minutes, overtime will start. A capture zone in the centre of the map will spawn. You can capture the capture point and win the round. After 2 minutes and 30 seconds, sudden death starts. The team with the player closest to the capture point wins. You do have special ammo spawns once per round, and heavy ammo spawns once every 4 rounds. Heavy ammo spawns 15 seconds after the start of the round. Unused special and heavy ammo do not cover over to the next round, and your super energy does not reset after each round. So like I said, this is available on the weekends only at the moment. There's no news as whether they'll unlock it permanently, but PvP for me has always been a lot of fun anyway. That's probably one of the things that keeps Destiny up as high as it is at the moment, because without PvP, Destiny wouldn't be that good in my opinion. And here comes to my final verdict on the House of Wolves. Is it better than the Dark Below? Of course it is. There's a lot more content in this game. It just feels a little samey to me. I'll explain now. Basically, most of the levels are just the same maps flipped the other way round. They're still good to play, don't get me wrong, but we want new areas to explore, we want new places to go, we want newer challenges and things like that. You know, they could have added more actual bounties on the bounty boards. Yes, it's great having the Queen's Wrath bounties and all the things like that, but it just feels a bit samey. I still enjoy it, do not get me wrong, I still enjoy this, but I just wish there was a bit more. This current expansion pack, I am happy. It's gonna keep me going for a good couple of months. Obviously the hardcore Destiny players, this will keep them going for ages. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them have hit level 34 by now. The weapons are still cool, especially that Vestian Dynasty that you get after you complete the first mission, which I think is a phenomenal sidearm. I enjoy using it. I pretty much use it all the time now. The Prison of Elders, again, that's a good idea as well. It's a lot more people will play it more than the raid, but then it comes back to that level where you were in the Vault of Glass. Could that encourage more people coming back to the raid, or encourage new people to try the raid out at least? All in all, I think this is a good solid expansion for Destiny. I expected a bit more, but I am happy with what they've done at the moment. So my verdict out of 10 would be a safe 7 out of 10. It is still a great great expansion. It can keep you going for months on end. I just was hoping for a little bit more to the game. But other than that, this is James of Welsh Gamer News. I hope you've enjoyed the review. This is my first review. I'm pretty sure things will get better from here on in. But other than that, you take care. You have a good day.